I'm Charlotte, I'm from the UK, and I guess I'll start off by telling you a bit about what I've been doing this year. I left the UK back in January and I went travelling around Asia for 2 months. I went to Borneo, Thailand and Cambodia, which were beautiful countries. And then I hopped over to New Zealand and I spent 3 months as a vintage cellar hand for delegates or Oyster Bay, predominantly in the barrel hall for the duration of the harvest, but I did get experience elsewhere in the cellar as well. And then I moved down to Central Otago and I did a pruning and tying down season with Ripon on the shores of Lake Wanaka, which was probably the most stunning location. But my God, it was cold some mornings, -5, -6, and carrying out bundles of frozen vines was pretty hard on my fingers. But I survived that winter, and now unfortunately I'm back in the UK ready to start another winter, so I really didn't time that very well. I have a first class degree in psychology, and after spending some time in the psychiatric hospital, working, not as a patient, I realised I had other passions in life, including wine, and that's when I started working for Majestic as a trainee manager. I learnt a lot about wine there, the wine market and big global brands, and I also got my WSET Level 3 Advanced Certificate. And then just before I left for New Zealand, I had spent 2 years with a fine wine merchant, supporting the partners of the company with all the administration, logistics in general, organising imports from France of en-primeur wine, and controlling stock movements in and out of our bonded warehouse. And then as it was a small team, I also played a role in some sales and marketing as well. I travelled around Australia and New Zealand 5 years ago for 3 months and had an amazing time and always vowed to go back. So it was really special for me to be back in New Zealand this year. And I've also lived and worked abroad quite a bit in my adult life. 10 years ago I was an au pair in Sardinia in Italy for 5 months. And after I graduated in 2009, I spent the summer in Disney World in Florida, which was a weird, wacky and wonderful few months, but an experience I wouldn't change for the world. So I guess since graduating, in the last 5 years, I've found out that my 2 passions in life are wine and travel, and I'd really like to combine and pursue both of those together. One last thing is I've been learning Greek for the last 4 months, and I've learned the most essential phrase or question in any language, I think, which is, "Can I have a glass of wine, please?" So I'll end on that note. Θέλω ένα ποτήρι κρασί παρακαλώ.